The decade-long journey of Formula 2 continues as we celebrate its legacy by revisiting the intense 2018 title fight. Lando Norris, Alex Albon, and George Russell went absolutely toe-to-toe in a legendary season that reshaped the future of the sport. We are breaking down the pivotal moments from Bahrain to Abu Dhabi, where these stars first proved they had what it takes to dominate the world stage.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Is Formula One currently facing a credibility gap with its massive 2026 overhaul? While the Melbourne spectacle was a difficult pill to swallow, recent results in Shanghai have sparked a fierce debate about the series. We are examining how these new technical regulations are shaping the landscape and whether the racing can stay both thrilling and skillful in this new era. The internal battle at Mercedes is heating up, and a world champion is weighing in on the stakes. Nigel Mansell has officially urged George Russell to stamp his authority on the team after his teammate, Kimi Antonelli, surged to the top of the drivers' standings. We are looking at the veteran advice and the high-pressure dynamics currently defining the path to the Miami Grand Prix. Finally, we turn our attention to the future as rookie Arvid Lindblad prepares for his debut Formula One season with a focus on learning rather than setting expectations. It is a bold approach for a young talent entering the pinnacle of motorsport. If you want to stay ahead of all the latest racing news and insights, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Ever wonder where the titans of modern Formula One truly cut their teeth? Today, we are rewinding the clock to 2018, a year that stands as the absolute gold standard of Formula 2, where three future icons, Lando Norris, Alex Albon, and George Russell, waged an all-out war for supremacy. This wasn't just a championship, it was a front-row seat to the future of motorsport. It all kicked off in Bahrain, where Lando Norris served notice to the rest of the grid. Snatching pole and leaving his rivals in the dust, he didn't just win, he dominated, finishing nearly 7 seconds clear of the field. It was a statement of intent that said, "I am here to be the benchmark." But as the calendar shifted to Baku, the narrative flipped. Albon and Russell proved they weren't about to play second fiddle. In a chaotic, heart-stopping feature race, Albon showcased the kind of calculated aggression that would become his signature, sealing a hard-fought victory. Meanwhile, Russell, starting from 12th, turned the sprint race into his personal playground, slicing through the pack with a clinical precision that whispered of a future world champion in the making. And who could forget the absurdity of Spielberg? Artem Markelov pulled off arguably the most viral move in the history of the series, going 3 wide and off track to snatch positions in a single breath of insanity that left the commentators absolutely speechless. It was raw, unfiltered, and pure racing magic. Then came Monza, the masterclass in strategy. Tadasuke Makino took a gamble that defied the odds, converting 14th on the grid into a dominant win by managing rubber while everyone else was busy playing bumper cars. It remains one of the most brilliant strategic heists we've ever seen. By the time we hit Abu Dhabi, George Russell had locked in the crown, perfectly capping off a season that saw him, Norris, and Albon graduate to the F1 grid alongside Charles Leclerc. Think about that. 4 drivers from that era, all still defining the sport today, with Norris sitting at the top of the world. It's proof that F2 isn't just a feeder series. It's the proving ground where legends are forged in high-stakes, high-speed combat. As we look at today's grid, the question remains, who is the next driver destined to jump from these ranks and shake the foundations of Formula One? Let me know your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives into the history of the sport. Until next time, keep your eyes on the track, because the next champion is already out there. Ever felt like Formula One is living a double life? One weekend, you're hit with a snooze fest in Melbourne, and the next, you're on the edge of your seat in Shanghai. It really makes you question where the sport is heading, especially with that massive 2026 overhaul looming on the horizon. There is this persistent credibility gap that everyone seems to be whispering about, a nagging doubt that the current regulations might be failing us. But here is the fascinating twist. Shanghai actually threw a lifeline to the skeptics. It was a masterclass in proving that the current rulebook, despite its flaws, is still capable of delivering pure, unadulterated wheel-to-wheel drama. Mark Hughes breaks this down beautifully, highlighting that when the stars align, these cars can demand the absolute peak of driver skill. It's a delicate balance between engineering perfection and raw racing chaos. We have to wonder if the 2026 changes will bridge that credibility gap or widen it into a chasm. What do you think? Are the new rules saving the sport or smothering it? Drop your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the heart of motorsport. At the end of the day, F1 isn't just about the tech, it's about the theater, and the curtain is only just starting to rise on this new era. Is George Russell losing his grip on Mercedes? That is the big question echoing through the paddock right now. After a blistering start to the season with a win in Australia and a sprint victory in China, the momentum has shifted, and 1992 world champion Nigel Mansell is calling on Russell to make a massive statement. The reason? His teammate, the young sensation Kimi Antonelli, has just stormed into the lead of the drivers' standings, becoming the youngest leader in the history of the series. It is a staggering rise for the rookie, but Mansell, a man who knows a thing or two about intense internal team rivalries, insists that Russell needs to dig deep. He reminds us that while luck plays a role in any championship, true dominance comes down to laser-like focus. Mansell actually took a trip down memory lane to his own 1992 campaign, where his teammate Riccardo Patrese famously accused him of having a special car. To settle the score, Mansell pulled a brilliant power move. He swapped cars with Patrese in Sao Paulo. The result? Mansell was a second and a half faster in his teammate's car immediately. It was the ultimate way to stamp his authority and end the excuses. Mansell's message to Russell is clear. Talent gets you into the seat, but internal dominance wins you championships. With the Miami Grand Prix right around the corner, we are about to see if Russell takes that advice to heart, or if Antonelli continues this historic fairy tale. Who do you think holds the real edge at Mercedes heading into Miami? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for all the latest F1 updates. After all, in Formula One, the only thing more dangerous than your competition is the person sitting in the garage right next to you. Ever wondered what it actually feels like to be handed the keys to the fastest cars on the planet while the world waits for you to stumble? That is the current reality for Arvid Lindblad, the young gun stepping into the spotlight of his rookie Formula One season. But here is the twist. Instead of drowning in the hype or chasing immediate podiums, Lindblad is doing something surprisingly rare in this cutthroat sport. He is completely ignoring expectations. It is a bold approach. In a paddock where the pressure to perform on day one can break even the most seasoned veterans, Lindblad's decision to focus purely on the learning curve is either the smartest tactical play of his career or an incredibly disciplined way to protect his mental game. He is treating this season like an intensive masterclass, analyzing telemetry, fine-tuning his craft, and accepting that the gaps in speed aren't failures, but data points to build on. It's refreshing, honestly. We spend so much time analyzing who might be the next Max Verstappen that we often forget these drivers are still in a massive state of evolution. Lindblad isn't looking for a quick headline. He is building a foundation that could last a decade. If you want to keep up with the technical brilliance and the mental shifts of the next generation, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because while others are focused on the finish line, Lindblad is busy mastering the track, and that is exactly how champions are truly forged.